Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another exciting episode of the Shots Fired podcast. Kicking us off, as usual, and as always, you got your boy Big Joe.
You got your boy Julio the Don.
You got your boy J-Head.
We got a lot to cover this week, boys, here on the Shots Fired DFW. And surprisingly, a lot of this news is stuff not Cowboy related. We've got some major NFL storylines. We've got some situations with the Cowboys. And of course, we got to talk the playoffs. We're going into the championship rounds, NFC and AFC. We'll cover that. We'll get into who's going to win, why they're going to win. We'll talk about last week. But like we do every week, we're going to start out with them pick'ems. Julio, what do we got on them pick'ems, dog?
All right. Well, first off, thank you, Joe, for taking over the last couple of weeks while we get back into the playoff mix. But let's start off with the AFC Championship game. Bengals at the Chiefs. Anybody want to go first?
We're picking?
Yeah.
Bengals at Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs are going to win it.
I'm going to be the odd man out on this one. I'm going to take Burrow and them boys. I don't know why, but it seems like they're really, really hungry, and I think they might be able to get one over the Chiefs this week.
Is it because you're really, really hungry?
That too could be.
I mean, I'm just saying. We're all really, really
hungry. Next up, we got the 49ers at the Rams.
Give me the Rams.
Ramalama ding dongs.
Oh, I'm going to also go the Rams. But I don't know why. I just have a feeling that the 49ers are going to win, but I'm going to take the Rams on that one just to play it safe.
I mean, you could not be wrong. I mean, 49ers could win it. How do we get here? How do we get to this point? We had some fire-ass playoff games last week. And watching those games play out, I was like, damn, the Cowboys are on a completely different level than anybody still left in these playoffs, except for the 49ers.
We're not on a level.
We're not on that level.
We're not even on a varsity level.
I mean, you can't say that because we were one of a select few amount of teams that actually made the playoffs. So that counts for something.
That don't mean shit when you don't get past round one.
I mean, it means you made it to the playoffs.
No,
so
it don't.
It
don't mean shit.
That's exactly what it. If you're in the playoffs, it means you made the playoffs.
It don't mean shit, Joe. We were basically
the playoffs.
No, we were the Grand Prairie Gophers of the playoffs. That's what we were.
Wow.
Okay.
The Gophers made it more rounds than we did.
Yeah. Well, yeah. True.
So let's be real there.
True that.
Where do we start? We start with the 49ers, who played the Green Bay Packers. And all my Packers fans, friends, were out there laughing at the Cowboys. Y'all got beat by Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers. Y'all trash. Y'all are one and done. Blah, blah, blah. What happened? Green Bay got a first round bye. They're at home in their elements.
Mm-hmm.
And they got beat by the 49ers and Jimmy Garoppolo. Aaron Rodgers was not impressive. The Green Bay Packers did everything they could to give that game away, and give credit where credit's due. The 49ers are the road warriors right now. They're out here traveling and beating teams. So that's impressive. And then you're playing in elements you're not used to, and that's the rain and the snow and the cold. And credit the 49ers. What'd you think about that game, Julio? I know you said you watched all the games. Jay, you said he had to work, so you didn't get to really watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I got to watch every single one of the playoffs games, and I got to say, I mean, it was very surprising. Again, just to kind of chime off of what you said, a team that's not used to playing in those elements on the road, and then playing against the favorite, the number 1 seed in the NFC. So everything was stacked up against them, everything. But then again, we can always go back to that old saying, the playoffs are the playoffs. You never know what's going to happen. You don't know which dog is going to show up to fight. And the 49ers have proven again in the divisional round that they're here and they're going to fight. They're going to fight. They're going to continue to fight and see if they can make it all the way. So that's why with my pick, the Rams over the 49ers, it's the safe pick, but I'm not going to take anything away from the 49ers because, again, not only me just being hungry, but the 49ers look hungry enough to try to do whatever it takes to get to that bowl game. So it's up in the air right now. I was surprised, like everybody else was, I'm pretty sure, that the 49ers actually went into Green Bay and beat Aaron Rodgers in his home field. So
at Lambeau.
In the snow.
Hey, but if you look at it, the 49ers play the Rams. They've beaten the Rams the last few times they've played them.
Yeah.
So it could very well easily be the 49ers in the Super Bowl, fulfilling the prophecy of whoever wins between the 49ers and Cowboys in the playoffs usually wins the Super Bowl. They're still on that run. That's still a thing. So be on the lookout for that. Now, we all chose the Rams, but there was hesitancy there. I mean, we've completely gone against the 49ers every round, and every round they've proven us wrong. So shout out to the 49er gang, the watches and listens. Y'all know who y'all are. Nothing but respect at this point for the 49ers, They've gone out there and proved it. Now, next game.
You see me and Julio. You see our faces.
Look, again, I'm not going to take nothing away from the 49ers, but my official opinion is fuck the 49ers. But, that is what it is.
1,000% all day, every day.
I mean, I'm not no 49ers fan, boys, but they beat us and they beat Green Bay. They're doing what they got to do. They're handling their business. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm a root for that team. I'm just saying they're handling their business.
It sounds like you're rooting for the team.
So I can't hate, bro. I'm not a hater. I'm not built like that.
It sounds like you're rooting for that team, but okay.
Next we had in the NFC the Rams and the Bucks. Rams. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about these Rams. They really just out here beating the brakes off people. And Matt Stafford may have retired Tom Brady.
Bro, stop with that talk, bro. That. Stop. He did not.
I don't know about that.
It's one game, bro.
Matt Stafford may have retired Tom Brady. Tom Brady may go in a nursing home.
He did not fucking retire Tom Brady, bro. It's one game. He lost. He's taking it heavy right now, but I guarantee you, probably 2 or 3 weeks, he's gonna be back on that field throwing the ball.
Have you spoken with Tom yet?
I have.
Did you make that call?
I have. I called him.
And what'd he say?
All Gucci. He said wait till next year. He said wait till next year. That's what he said.
What'd he say?
He said wait till next year. That's what he said.
He gonna be coaching next year?
No, he ain't gonna be coaching next year. He gonna be whooping that ass. Thanos, part 2. Just snapping.
Yep. I don't know about all that.
All teams crumble next year.
Hey,
bro, wow. This was a wake up call for him.
It's starting to sound like you more of a Tampa fan now at this point.
Tampa was has always been my secondary team since.
Hey, he put all his chips in the middle.
I did.
Tampa Bay.
I did.
He had that bet.
I did. Tampa Bay.
We had that bet.
Tampa Bay has always been my secondary team since Tony Dungy was the coach. That's how far back it goes. So,
but I thought your other team was the Saints.
No,
I mean, he got a lot of secondary teams.
No, I've never claimed the Saints to be my secondary team.
I mean,
I was born there. I was born there. That's it. That's my birth city. That's it.
That's his birth city.
Yep.
So Tom Brady did everything he could to bring his team back to the brink. Wasn't enough. The Rams win. Cooper Kupp is a menace to defensive society.
Not only is he pretty, he can play.
Hey, he's the coldest white wide receiver I ever seen in my whole life.
True white chocolate.
Your whole life.
No, I don't. No, you can't say that.
Name me one white wide receiver better than Cooper Kupp. Ever.
Better than him?
Better.
Julian Edelman?
Wrong.
I'm just saying.
Has Julian Edelman ever led the entire NFL and set almost damn near reset the single season pass yards record?
Stafford had nobody else to throw to.
Are you kidding
for a
me?
while?
Fam? He's got OBJ.
Now
he had Brandon. He had what's his name?
He had OBJ all season. Get out of here, bro.
No, bro. He had Cooper Kupp. He turned Cooper Kupp to wide receiver 1.
What are you talking about,
bro? Matt Stafford not only did that with the Rams. He set that record with Megatron in Detroit when they didn't have nothing but Calvin Johnson.
Exactly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then, okay, wait. So you brought that point up. Then how the hell are you going to debate if Dak was better than Matthew Stafford?
He's not. I'm not debating that.
You asked us that question.
I've always said Matt Stafford is better than Dak Prescott. Matt Stafford has better arm talent than Dak Prescott. He may not be as mobile as Dak, but he's got miles better arm talent. Hands down. And I'm sure he can read a defense better than Dak Prescott.
Ooh.
Never mind. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna disrespect
I'll put it like this. In my opinion, if Matt Stafford was in Dallas with the weapons we have here, we'd be more successful.
I agree with that. But he's not, and we have what we have, and Romo-esque part due.
And I'm feeling like Romo longevity of his career is going to be better than Dak if Dak continues to be like this.
You're absolutely crazy. It's the same. They're the same person, bro.
I mean, Romo wasn't a bad quarterback.
I don't know what
Romo had the stigma against him of coming up short, but Romo had the stats. Romo was a smarter quarterback. The only difference is Romo didn't physically have the gifts that Dak has. If we put Romo's brain in Dak's body, it'd be a nightmare. He didn't have those physical tools that Dak had. Not to bring up the Cowboys when we ain't even in the playoffs, but
no. And I kind of agree with that. If we could take Romo's mind and put it in Dak's body, we would probably be way better off than where we're at now.
And we're going to talk about that.
We will get into that. But for me, I get what you're saying, Jay. That you say that he's Romo-esque, but they're two way different quarterbacks, in my opinion.
Now, you say Romo-esque like it's negative. It's not a negative thing. I think that's a compliment to say he's Romo-esque.
No, it's not a compliment. To me, it was no. I don't know what football y'all watch, but Romo almost made me break my TV. So no, Romo was not a a good quarterback in my opinion. But that's my opinion. So
Right, and you're entitled to have that, and everybody. That's why we do this show, because it's our opinion. Like it, hate it, love it, whatever. It's our opinion, and you're entitled to that opinion. I'm just letting you know, like, based on when you say he's Romo-esque, I think that's a compliment, because Romo was a great quarterback. Now, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but he's next tier.
so you're
He,
calling
he's
you're
he's on the
calling
doorstep.
you're calling Romo a tier 1 quarterback?
No, he's a tier 2, but he's a top tier 2. He's not a Marino, Elway, Jim Kelly, Troy Aikman. He's not one of those. But he's that guy. He's like, who would I say Tony Romo is like, if I could compare him to somebody?
Doug Flutie?
Hell no, bro. Not no damn Doug Flutie.
Julio said yeah. Julio said yeah.
He's like a
I mean, if you go into rankings, I would rank him with Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie's like a tier 3 quarterback.
Nah, he was all right for his time. He wasn't great by any. I'm not saying that he was great by any stretch of the means, but
Right.
he did what he needed to do in order for his team to win at times, and there were times where he just shit the bed. This just is call it like it is. And Tony had that same habit. Tony had the same habit. He would win games, and then there was times where he would, like we always say, he just didn't show up. That Tony, I don't know where that Tony Romo came from, but damn, the last week's Tony Romo looked great. You know what I mean? So it's there. It's kind of the same. Again, my opinion.
Where would I put him? I mean, like I said, to me, he's the same kind of quarterback. And I know your argument will be, well, this guy has 2 Super Bowls and he beat the GOAT to do it, but he's right there with Eli Manning. I don't consider Eli Manning just this world beater, but he's got 2 Super Bowls based off of his defense. That's why Eli has Super Bowls, because of his defense, not because Eli's just this world beater by any means. So that's where I put Romo. Romo's in that category. My opinion. He'll be like a Stafford. He'll be kind of like a Matt Ryan. Those guys that are, they're great, but they're not all time.
Yeah.
So just something to think about. We transition over to the AFC, and we had the Titans against the Bengals, and that game went just about as scripted as every other damn Titans in the playoffs football game that I tried to tell y'all about ahead of time. Stop giving the Titans credit in the playoffs, because they're a one-trick pony that trick doesn't work in the playoffs. And then they got to go back to Ryan Tannehill, who's not a good quarterback like that. Those were the 2 quarterbacks that we pointed out last week. Which ones don't belong? Garoppolo and Tannehill. Garoppolo rode his defense a la Eli Manning. Tannehill, he shit the bed. And the Titans lost. Now they got 9 sacks on Joe Burrow. That offense couldn't get no points. Not like that. Burrow, all these games came down to field goals.
Mm-hmm.
Burrow doing what he do. Showing you that clutch gene, year 2. What'd you think about that game, Julio?
I thought it was a great game. Again, really well fought. I mean, you called it. As soon as the Bengals shut down the run game, it was up to Tannehill to try to make up for the loss of their run game, and they just couldn't. They couldn't do anything. And Joe Burrow, to his credit, like you said, he got sacked 9 times. That dude had a rough day that day.
Cool.
A real rough man. Dude had a rough day. But there again, I mean, it came down to the wire, was won by a field goal. It was a great, great game to watch. It was a great game to watch. So, I mean, credit to Burrow and them boys, especially to Joe Burrow for taking all those hits and still being able, like you said, Joe Cool, just being able to get up like nothing and just, all right, come on, hit me again. Hit me again. Let's go. You know what I mean? So
Hey, he
it
took a
was a
licking and
damn good
kept
game to
on
watch.
ticking, man. That was
Hell yeah.
yeah, that was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows you this next level of quarterbacks coming up, these young guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, damn, look at all these young quarterbacks. I mean, Stafford and Jimmy and Green Bay with Aaron and Tampa Bay with Brady. Those are kind of like the old guard. Then on the other side, I mean, Tannehill's the older guy, but then you got Mahomes, uh, what's his name,
Josh Allen.
Burrow, and Josh Allen. That's that's crazy. The AFC is looking dangerous. Now to get to the game of the weekend,
Bro.
Buffalo versus Kansas City, and it is a tale of two teams when you look at those guys and our guys. What did you think about that game? Before I give you any analysis on what I saw, what did you think about that game?
Bro, that game had me sitting on the edge of my seat the entire game. The entire game. Again, I know I picked Buffalo. I was rooting for Buffalo to win that game. I just wanted to see Buffalo go instead of the Chiefs. And man, it was a nail biting game till the end. How do you lose a game with 16 seconds left on the clock, bro? That to me, when Mahomes drove with 16 seconds left on the clock to get his team in position to kick a winning field goal, or no, to kick a tying field goal, and then to win it in overtime, bro.
Yep.
I'm done. I was like, you know what? I felt bad. I never feel bad for the Buffalo Bills, but I felt bad this time for them. I was like, damn, that sucks. That sucks really, really bad, man. I mean, can you imagine the emotions the guys are going through? 16 seconds left. You're in the fourth quarter. You're winning. You're ahead. And then to see the opposing team drive down the field, tie the game to go into overtime, and then to lose the game in overtime, bro.
Oh, because you lost the coin toss on top of that.
Oh man, the roller coaster of emotions throughout the game, and you saw it on the players' faces. You saw it as they were celebrating when they were ahead and kicking themselves in the you know what when they were down. So it was an amazing game. I enjoyed every minute of that game, even though my Cowboys weren't playing. I loved to watch that game. That game was phenomenal.
That's the kind of game that's the kind of game if you got friends that aren't football fans or have never seen football before and you want to show them a game, that's the game you want to show them.
Hell yeah, definitely.
That's a game that you want to introduce football to people that haven't seen it before, don't know anything about it.
Yeah, that's why when you called it the game of the weekend, that was literally the game of the weekend. And rightfully so, it was the last game of the weekend. So it was just a great game. I was really surprised with the outcome. I honestly thought that the Bills had pulled it off. I was already like, hell yeah, Bills Mafia, let's go. And then next thing you know, I was like, what the fuck just happened? What just happened,
everybody on the Bills sideline said the same damn thing. They're like, huh? No, we were winning. We won, right? There's only
what happened?
Here's the thing: is your defense for Buffalo is playing lights out at that point. They're making plays. Why are you playing sideline defense and giving up the entire middle of the field when they have 3 timeouts and they don't have to go to the sidelines? They can just throw it in the middle, take the hit and call timeout. Why are you not squib kicking that kickoff anyway? They're at 16 seconds? At least get them down to about, I don't know, 12, 10 seconds, something like that. All these things, I mean, that's coaching.
Yeah.
That's coaching and playing. That was a heartbreaker, dog. Now, it wasn't no let's run it quarterback draw with no timeouts right down the middle of the field, heartbreaking. But it was heartbreaking. I felt bad for the Bills, man, because I really thought they were going to win. They played well. Josh Allen's stats were just insane.
Bro.
The guy had like a 70+% completion rating, all touchdowns, no picks. I mean, the guy was just untouchable, and they still lost. I think Patrick Mahomes sold his soul to the devil. You heard it here first. Patrick Mahomes is the Antichrist.
Wow.
There's nobody that should have that kind of ability. It's unreal.
Why not?
It's never been seen before. It's just unreal.
Well, he's the first.
He's
definitely the first, and he may forever be the only. How many guys do you see that look like him now? Nobody.
Then we will.
Now, he may be a prototype for these younger kids to try to emulate down the road, but
the thing that I like about that is that then we will officially have a GOAT at the quarterback position.
You have a
GOAT. If he continues, no. I'm talking about like when you think basketball, a lot of times when people say the GOAT,
Jordan,
everybody says Michael Jordan, right? It never changes. It never.
Smart people.
Not everybody. Well, yeah, not everybody, but whenever you say GOAT, it's normally the greatest of all time is one. Kind of like Muhammad Ali. He was called the greatest of all time for the longest time. Not everybody thinks that he was, but normally when you ask 90% of people are going to say, yeah, Muhammad Ali was the greatest boxer of all time. You know what I mean? So it's always the one person. Michael Jordan is for basketball. Muhammad Ali for boxing. You never know. This could finally be the quarterback that as soon as they bring up greatest of all time, it's not going to be Joe Montana. It's not going to be, whoever else you may think is the greatest of all time. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes.
It's Brady.
Yeah. To me, it's always Brady. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying eventually, if this kid continues to play the way that he's playing.
I mean, like for our kids' generations, maybe.
Possibly. Yeah. But not. I mean, I think.
He'll be like LeBron for the kids now.
Yeah. I mean, our GOAT will always be Brady. The GOAT before that was Montana,
I agree.
Yep.
So
I agree too.
I just think you're seeing things from this kid, and he's a kid, bro. He's a kid. You're seeing things from this kid that you can't teach. They measured his heart rate. His heart rate was higher when they didn't have the ball than when he's out there with these game-winning drives. That's insane. You talk about cool under pressure. That's cool under pressure. How do you do it? You don't coach that.
He gets in the zone, bro. Every player goes through
that.
And you can't. When you love something so much to where you can quiet everything as you're playing, you can't teach that to anybody. I don't care who you are. There's no way to teach that. And he has that.
He's got it. He's got it in spades. Like the guy's got it coming out of everywhere. And that's amazing, man. There's never a game that he plays in where there's not at least one play that you're just like, oh, damn, did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to be anything outrageous, but a lot of times it's just like, what? How the hell did he do that? Like, that's not physically possible. So that sets up the matches. Like we said, we got the Bengals at the Chiefs. We got the 49ers at the Rams. We've got our picks out of the way. But that was our recap and predictions for the continuing playoffs that we're not in.